Guys, welcome to Universal Fair Reviews, where we go through it so you don't have to. I got some terrible news stuff. In fact, I still don't know what that's from. I could not finish Alien Isolation, guys. Forgive me, alright? The game just bored me way too much to finish. And this is like the 17th time I've actually done this video, so I'm actually going to have to make this short, sweet, to the point, because every time I get it done right, I go to review it, and then as soon as I'm pleased with it, it crashes on me, and then I have to reshoot the thing again, which I know I need to shoot this over and over again for you guys, but there's only so far that even I can go, and I'm a very patient man. Homicidal patient man, but patient nonetheless. Son. Anyways, so I'm going to try and get this done as fast as I can while making sure that I cover everything. So, graphic-wise, solid graphics. Definitely could have been better for some of the people, especially the lip syncing, because for some reason the lip syncing was off. Setting, nicely dark. Had to feel the original old school sci-fi movies like Alien, which was awesome. But the lighting also was a hindrance, because I spent about 2 hours trying to go down a thing of stairs, constantly walking into a wall. And when I would back up, I would go around, and then I would try and find the stairs again. And I would find the exact same spot in the wall. I don't know why. Apparently I was magnetically drawn to the wall. Weird. So, that done. Character design wise, some of them were great, others were poorly done. I don't know what was going on with that, guys. It just made no real sense to me, because we had the main cast who was perfectly, I'm not even going to say perfectly done. They're very well done. One of the main complaints I had about the main cast was just how stiff the hair was. I mean, you could snap the hair off, stab it in the alien's head, and then the alien's dead. Yeah, oh well. But like a lot of the really minor characters had poorly synced lips. Like, their mouth would move twice, and then they would have like 3-paragraph sentences, and I'm like, what's going on, guys? Well, like, what's going on here? And the key area you can actually see this and verify it is right after you meet our friend, who shortly after dies. We'll go ahead and call him Kingdom Hearts friend. You'll understand once you see him. There's an elevator area with 2 people. You just look at them while they're talking, and you'll understand. And then comes a little bit of a little exploration, followed by you come across a bit more people, and then the game helps you understand the stealth mechanics. Little tutorial, and if you get found out, you get shot, or you just run like heck and hope that you get away. I was lucky I didn't get found out at that point, so I was like, yay! And then our friend got found out, and then you have to go save him. And then you save him. Shortly thereafter, though, we get to meet Fraulein. And I don't know what happened at that scene, but that scene was extremely shoddy. It was really poorly done. I don't know if it was because of my PlayStation, my TV, the disc, the PlayStation disc, or the TV combination of the 3. I don't know. I just don't know what happened there at that scene. It just did not work. But it did give us a moment to actually listen to the score cleanly and not afraid of anything. But the score was strong enough that I was extremely nervous, even though I knew that we were safe. Because this was one of those moments in like the old 2 movies where the main heroine sees the alien or the monster kill somebody, and then they run to the next room and they try to relax. Meanwhile, the monster's just gone away because it just killed somebody. But that is the perfect time to listen to it. So what you're going to do is you're going to run to the next room, boom, hit a button, hide behind the box, even if you don't need to. Go ahead and hide behind the box, because let's face it, if you don't, you will die, because that's just how it goes. I don't know why. But, yeah. Difficulty-wise, I have to go with it's moderately difficult, even on hard. It's just, it's extremely easy at random points in time, and then it just becomes a hassle at other points. But overall, it's usually extremely easy if you're into the game and careful. And, onto the alien real quick. I only saw the alien twice. I don't know what was going on with that, because last I checked, the game's called Alien Isolation. Which, let me see if I can grab it real quick. Yeah, right here. It says Alien Isolation on the cover, if you can see it. Think y'all can. And it just, I legitimately only came across her in cutscenes. Which, the second cutscene I did come across her in, her entrance was awesome. I loved it. And then we got a good look at her, and she was perfectly done. She's probably the only thing that was perfectly done, considering what PlayStation 3 could do. And I loved it. Which it is very obvious when she comes out, so if you're used to if you know how the Xenos work, you know exactly where she's going to pop up at, actually. Which, sorry about that. Even though I've been sitting down for like the past 2 hours. Friends falling down. Very funny. Which, to that. Gear that you get a flashlight, you get flares, which you probably will accidentally run out of flares, and then when you start to save them, you'll get the flashlight, and then flashlight, you go like a Slender Man with flashlight. You go click click. You just use it to see where you're going, and then you turn it off, and you just keep going straight. Because the battery dies extremely quickly. Even with the whole click click thing that I was doing, I used up 90% of the battery pretty quickly. It's probably about 5 minutes worth of life of battery. And I'm about 2 hours into the game, so I'm doing this. I suppose I'm doing pretty good, considering the fact I'm using the first battery that was in it. But, enemy-wise, a lot of the enemies are just cut and paste. The humans definitely are. I don't know why. I mean, I was expecting them to actually be different. There is some variety, but because you got like the females, and you get the males, and you get the males in the ball cap. That's like the only difference that I legitimately saw. Then you have the angry working Joes, as I like to call them. They are synthetics, and you will understand that they are the exact same replications of each and every one, because they are easily identifiable, and the company that produced them wanted them that way. And when they try to kill you, their eyes are red like they're angry. They're going to kill you because they're angry Joes. Anyways, after that, the gear you get, the rest of the gear, you get flashbangs, medkits, gonna love the medkits. Let me see, EMPs. God, you would think I remember everything by now. Noisemakers, never got to use those. And one more flashbang thing. Smoke bombs. Didn't really get to use those, but really wanted to. Just never found the reason to. I had like 4. I had 2 of each of everything but 1 EMP. 5 medkits, 2 of everything else with 1 EMP. Which, by the way, even though I was on hard, for some reason I found myself not even remotely starving for items. I had so much that I actually had to make all of these things, rather than just like being like, okay, well, let me see which one is like, no, I had to make these things just for space so I could get items. So later on, I could be, oh crap. Anyways, so you know, after all that was said and done, I did enjoy what I did play, but here's one of the main issues that I have with the game, versus why I got bored, is it's a build-up game. The longer you're playing, the longer you live, the more involved in the game you become. The more involved you become, the more into it you become, the more you want to play it. Fortunately, I had outside influences and in-game influences that prevents me from getting too in-depth into the game. The vast majority of which was actually from inside the game itself, because I usually played this game when everyone else was asleep. The only influence from outside I had from Dog was like, dude, let me out, I want to go out. So it's like, pause, open, close, bye. But, yeah, there was more issues from inside the game that kept me out of it. Because it's a build-up game. It's like the original, it's like the Fatal Frame games. They rely on a build-up of the atmosphere and what you see to get you involved in the game. This game does it, and it does it pretty well. The issue is, though, is that if you get pulled out alive, you're bones. You're not going to get involved and invested in the game. which was my issue. I could not get invested in the game for too long, because it's usually as soon as I did, I died, I had to go through it all again. So, I think it is actually managed to use the exact same amount of time. But, hey, why not? Onto the grading scale. 4 out of 5. Got it. 4 out of 5. Because even though I couldn't finish the game, couldn't go through the storyline, everything worked from what I saw for the most part. It's just I couldn't get invested in it. It's an investing game. So if you're gonna play it, you gotta sit down and actually play it. You can't just be like, I'm gonna chip away at it. You gotta actually play it. Otherwise, you're just gonna play a little bit here and shelve it for the rest of eternity. But it's definitely worth renting. If you're interested, go ahead and rent it. If you're a fan of the series, go ahead and buy it. It is actually a pretty good addition to the series. And like I said, 4 out of 5, guys. Now there's going to be a link right over there for Angry Joe. Actually, it should be right over here, but I'll go ahead and put it over here. So, just excuse myself from my own video. Awesome. But, you guys be safe. Enjoy your night. See you next time. Wait.